Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Swampert. Yes, I'm giving in to the dark side and I'm going to use Swampert. We're going to be pairing it up with Toxicroak and Ferrothorn. Now, this video could be focused on the Ferrothorn. Even the Toxicroak did amazing, but the Ferrothorn really put in that work. Swampert did as well, but let's just focus on the Swampy for now, and we'll see the Ferrothorn in action in a bit as well. So don't care. Let's use Swampert. Who cares, right? So this is a pretty good anti-meta team, for the most part. Obviously, the Ferrothorn has to look out for Medicham, although you're going to be able to hit it with Power Whip, which is still going to be neutral. And then you do have Toxicroak, which is going to be resisting the counter on the Medicham, but taking a lot of damage from the Psychic. Okay, so you're going to be able to also go up against Bastiodon with the Toxicroak, obviously, to put in that work. And then you need to look out for those flyers, but then that's when Ferrothorn, funny enough, comes in handy, even though it is going to be a part grass type, but it does have thunder, and it does do what it needs to do for me, not taking super effective from flying. Alright, so for the last Pokemon, they do have a Galarian Rapidash. Now, even if they had high horsepower at this point, it's a wrap. So props to them for sticking it out until the very end here. And yeah, they're going to be hitting me with a Play Rough, so probably no high horsepower on that. Seeing how much damage it does, and then they're backing out, we take that win. Alright, leading with Swampert, I do believe for the majority of the time we'll be swapping to Ferrothorn towards the end. You were going to see what kind of leads we get. Alright, met with an Azumarill. Now, my Swampert does have Sludge Wave. It's just going to be amazing, alright? If you're going up against something that's weak to Earthquake, you can just spam a Hydro Cannon, okay? That works as well. And then having the Sludge Wave really does threaten these fairy types, and or even flyers if that's the case that you need to attack. Alright, say a Pelipper for, because of the water. Alright, anyways, bringing in the Toxicroak, we're going to go ahead and try to counter down this Azumarill right before they get to a charge move, leaving us with a ton of energy coming out of that battle. Going to go for the Sludge Bomb up against that Trevenant that they did throw in here. Now, this is not particularly great. Since they did let that go, we're looking absolutely amazing here. So let's just hope that this is a bait, and it is. Not very effective. Bullet Seed, let's go. Still holding on to 2 shields. They're going to be swapping with energy on that Trevenant and bringing in their Galarian Stunfisk. So we're still going to be good up against this here. Shielding up the first one and using their last shield. Now, I'm thinking about how I should pull this off. They're shieldless, so we'll let this go. Earthquake's still doing a decent amount. Part Grass is keeping us alive, but unfortunately, they're going to be able to farm up a decent amount here. Can we get to another Power Whip? Please tell me. Oh, damn, that's not great, really. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and just hold on to our shields for Toxicroak. They're going to be baiting us here, but that's okay. Can we get to a Sludge Bomb up against that Trevenant? That is the question. Well, we don't really need to because I have no damn health left. We're going to shield this up, but we know they have a bunch of energy, and we're able to counter them down, though, and take the win. Thank you, Toxicroak, up against that Ghost type. Next battle, we got another Azumarill lead here. Just so curious, right? I mean, I know Azumarill is pretty common, right? But I really wasn't seeing them in the lead too often until I did have this team here. All right, hit him with a Sludge Wave. They're going to be shielding that one up, unfortunately. That's okay. You can't shield them all. So we're going to let that Ice Beam go, outpace them to the Sludge Wave here, and let's see if they want to double shield their Azumarill. And they are going to let it go. Sounds good. Knowing that they're not going to be able to get farmed down with our Mud Shot here, we're going to go ahead and let this go, and we're going to go ahead and play the same song and dance. Counter them down, but they're not going to allow that. They're going to actually swap into their Galarian Stunfisk before we're able to generate all that energy. And, well, we're still in a good situation here. Now, that's probably going to be a Rock Slide, but I don't care. We're going to shield it up anyways. And it looks like they just wanted 1 shield. They said, I'm not going to lose with you having 2 shields. They back out. We take the win. Next battle met with a Noctowl. So here we go. This is fine. Now, we do swap to a Shadow Swampert for the last sets as well. And I'm going to have to say, yeah, Shadow Swampert's amazing. Obviously, it hits hard. But you can't take hits. So personally, I'm going to say regular Swampert's better just for personal. I just personally think that's just what it's going to be. All right. Okay, so let's go. They're going to be catching with their own Swampert, which is fine. This is still going to be doing a decent amount. We're going to go ahead and bring in that Ferrothorn. That's going to be a Shadow. Can we farm them down? We do. Wow. Now we can hit that Noctowl with Thunder if we want to. If they let this go, this is just a real big beatdown. Yeah. Galarian Stunfisk in the back. Do you see why Ferrothorn is just putting in the work here for this video? They're probably so annoyed, like, damn that stupid Ferrothorn. Good game, good game, good game. All right, moving it on here. Clouds are getting a little dark, and we're met with a Galarian Stunfisk. Finally, a good lead, swapping into, I was going to say Swampert, Noctowl. So since we have Toxicroak and Ferrothorn, we're just going to go ahead and stay here. I mean, we don't need to swap. Sure, Swampert's great up against Galarian Stunfisk, but so is Toxicroak, so is Ferrothorn as well. And we don't want to go up against that with what we have in the back, right? Both of them are particularly not looking too great going up against it, as they're going to be weak to it. Well, Ferrothorn to some degree. Building up to almost 2 Hydro Cannons here. Going to go ahead and start throwing these like crazy. And unfortunately, not able to KO there, but this is going to take them out. Now they're going to be able to farm me down. But at least we're... Oh! Double shielding it. Okay, so we're going to have to bring in the Ferrothorn because we at least can take Sky Attacks. So let's see how much this does. It might go Shadow Ball. Okay, Sky Attacks. See, look at that. Part Grass and Steel. You know, you throw on Steel type to whatever typing, and it just becomes disgustingly strong, right? Oh, you know, we're weak to Fire. Yeah. Alright, so they're going to be swapping and locking themselves with their Galarian Stunfisk, going for the Earthquake and correctly shielding it up. So what we're going to do is build up extra energy here to about 2 Mud Bombs, go for the first one, so we're going to be loaded up for whatever they do bring in, as they are shieldless at this point here. Toxicroak is amazing, and they got a damn Altaria. Ah, shoot. Think we're going to be able to pull this one off, folks? You think we're going to be able to do this here? Sludge Bomb doing a decent amount, and remember, Ferrothorn's got Thunder. Yes, Altaria is not going to be necessarily weak to it, but let's see what we got. While we do resist the Dragon Breath, Thunder, come on. Not enough to take them out. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, we farmed them down. We've got 1 HP getting to the Power Whip. Now that was the closest battle that I did have using this team. Incredible, taking out the Noctowl with a Power Whip. Freaking amazing. Loved it. That was a good one there. Alright. Next battle we're met with Medicham. Let's go. So obviously the Ferrothorn doesn't really want to go up against that, although our moves are going to be neutral. Still not going to be a particularly great matchup. Building up to 2 Hydro Cannons here. Swampert, folks. My goodness. So what could they do to nerf it? Well, I can't really do anything to this Pokemon. I'm not going to like change its stats, because every stat that Pokemon does have specifically is going to be converted from the main series games. So I mean, it wouldn't be right to just completely change those stats. So they'd have to do something with Mudshot or Hydro Cannon. But here's the thing, it doesn't just affect Swampert, it affects everything that has those moves. So it's a nerf that has to be well thought out. So they kind of just created a monster, and unfortunately we're just going to have to deal with it. Okay. But here's the thing. Here is the thing, right? It's so weak to grass. So it's kind of like Superman. Like, yeah, we're screwed. But if you got a little kryptonite, yeah, you should be able to, do some damage to them, right? Anyways, what are we talking about? Superman, kryptonite, the hell we go. Alright, anyways, going to go for a power up against the Trevenant here. I mean, still doing a lot of damage. They had a Lantern in the back. They back out because that's a wrap. Next battle, what are we going to see in the lead? A Mew. Okay, now we got to make a decision here. I was just thinking the whole time, okay, more than likely they're going to have obviously Surf and Wild Charge, or Wild Charge and Flame Charge, right? But I was thinking, watch, they have like Grass Knot or something. If they do, then that would be ridiculous. The old Swampert Cup making an appearance, as somebody did try to call me as I was battling here. Alright, so we're going to let that go. We're calling these correctly. I mean, it's not like, oh, you're so smart. They threw Surf, so we're good to go at this point. And we're going to shield that up, so we can kind of maybe try to win swap here. But they want to double shield their Mew, and we still do not know what their secondary move is. They could have Flame Charge, so we're going to bring in our Ferrothorn and take a wild gamble. Now, if they hit me with Flame Charge, that's going to suck so bad. But it's a Surf, so they don't have it. Great. Now we're going to be able to farm down, and they can keep hitting me with those Surfs. That's fine. We're going to come out of this with a plenty of energy. That's proper English, right? Swapping into our Toxicroak, because I do bring in their Registeel, and they're swapping into their Medicham. So we got to look out for Psychic. Alright, we got Thunder on the Ferrothorn, which is going to do neutral damage to the Registeel, so we got that going for us. We need to win this matchup. Hitting me with an Ice Punch, getting to the Mud Bomb here, which is going to be enough. It should almost be enough to take out this. Alright, perfect, great. Now we need to get to this, come on. We have to get to this Mud Bomb to do that damage. so we can bring them low enough to hit them with Thunder with the Ferrothorn here. And they're going to be forced to throw. They're not going to have 2 charge moves ready to go, so we're going to be looking like we should be able to pull this one off. Hitting me with a Focus Blast. Oh, okay, boss. Alright. I mean, it's less energy. They knew it was going to KO. They weren't trying to flex. They're just playing smart. But we're taking the win there with Thunder Ferrothorn. Yeah, take that. Focus Blast that. Next battle met with a Deoxys defense form. Okay, so you don't have to really worry about its secondary move, whatever it does have, Rock Slide Thunder, because that's obviously not very effective. It's the Psycho Boost that you gotta worry about. But I've been in this situation many a times. So long as you shield up the first Psycho Boost, you're gonna be able to pull this win off, and you should be good to go unless you got some sort of beautiful lag. Shielding up the first Psycho Boost, very good, very good, very good, very good. And we're gonna start getting the shields from them here. These are going to dramatically start dropping in attack, and they have debuffed themselves completely at this point by 4 stages, so they've reached the floor. We're unfortunately not taking them out. They survive with, damn, 1 HP. Freaking kidding me. But we're going to survive with about 4, and we're taking them out here. And they're not going to be able to gain too much farm with that. Sableye, bringing in our Ferrothorn here, as the Toxicroak is a decent matchup still. If you're thinking, well, that's not very effective to the Ghost, like, it still does a decent amount of damage, actually. Anyways, going for the Power Whip here, which is going to do a ton. And they're letting it go. Great. No problem. Let's just hope there's not a flyer in the back and cross our fingers for a Bastodon. I haven't seen those Bastodons too much ever since I put the Toxicroak on the team and the Swampert. Where are they? But I sure am seeing a lot of Galarian Stunfisk, so, oh, okay, we'll take that anyways. But it's magic, you know? We don't need to speak in cryptic anymore. We all know the algorithm's real, right? Yeah, we don't need to go down that conversation route right now because it's kind of like talking about, you know, what a specific food tastes like. We know. Or do we? Have you forgotten what eggs taste like yet, folks? The whole egg crisis thing that's going on here. I don't think it's a crisis. Well, maybe. You know what's funny? Let's talk about something. Let's get a little conspiratorial. All the food processing plants. That's just magically happening, right? All of them are just going up in flames. Yeah, all at the same time. Just like a lot of the holistic doctors were getting whacked right before the whole lockdowns. Okay, we'll just leave it at that. Anyways, we got the, what is this? Shadow Hypno. Okay, no problem. Now, they are building up a whole hell of a lot of energy. Wow. And took a wild guess. I was like, you know what? Let's just say this is Focus Blast. And it was. So good call on my end here. I'm not going to bet that they have Fire Punch. So we're going to be able to build up a little bit more energy and be safe here. Probably could have built up more. But hey, it is what it is. We're taking them out there. And we have enough to get to a Power Whip. This Scrafty is going to be able to really put in the work up against us here. So we got to be careful. Looking at that Switch Clock, bringing in the Toxicroak. And they got a damn Noctowl in the back. This is not looking particularly great, but this is why I love Toxicroak so much, because this thing plays no damn games. So we're gonna absolutely shield this up because we need to do as much damage with the counter as we can to the Scrafty, because what we have in the back is not cutting it. They're all about a feint. All right, and we're able to counter them down. Toxicroak still putting in the work here. Now they go for a power-up punch here. If they would have built up to a foul play, I don't know if they would have been able to. 1, 2, maybe not. But yeah, we're taking the win with all 3 Pokemon still. Next battle, what are we going to see? A Noctowl, and we're leading with that Shadow. Let's get it. Now, this is exactly what I was talking about. Now, we've seen those matchups already with the regular Swampert going up against Noctowl. You could take the first Sky Attack, right? And we could take the first Sky Attack here. Yeah, sure, no problem. But guess what's going to happen? It's going to bring you low enough for them to farm you down, and then you're screwed. All right, we're going to get spammed by Sky Attacks with whatever we bring in next. So we're going to have to shield up that first one. And, well, unfortunately, we're going to have to double shield it to kind of pull this off here with this Shadow Swampert. Sure, we're doing more damage, but I'd rather take the regular one. This is just, It's good. It's just not with the matchups it gives me. Probably a better performer in the Ultra League, personally, I think, because it's just going to be able to be more bulky naturally there. So they're swapping and locking themselves with their Registeel there, and we're bringing in our Toxicroak. You already know what it is. So we're shieldless. Unfortunately, this Sap Cannon is going to do a whole heck of a lot. Whew. And we're going to be able to still counter them down and take the win there. Coming out of this with energy. Looks like we want to swap with the... No, we can't swap. The clock's still going. What am I talking about? So we're just going to hit this Sludge Bomb. Do as much damage as we can before we do go down. Taking out the Noctowl. And they have a Swampert in the back. Ferrothorn said, hey, how you doing today? And we're getting to the Power Whip. Surprised they didn't back out. And we're going to be taking that win up against theirs. Now it's funny, that was the first battle that I used my Shadow Swampert, and I was encountered with another Shadow Swampert. I already know you guys are encountering that too, not just with the Swampers, but even picking a specific Pokemon and then all of a sudden you're seeing it all over the place. It's like, whoa, okay. Can you get a little bit more obvious with this? Okay, so we're up against the Sableye here. Okay, no problem. Gonna go ahead and shield that up. Again, we're using this damn Shadow. Just wanted to experiment to give you guys a different perspective if maybe you have one lying in wait and you're wondering on my thoughts. Yes, it's good, I've already told you, but I just go with your regular one, okay? Just as simple as that. Alright, so we're going to continue on here, farming them down with the Ferrothorn, that's great. And they've got a Galarian Stunfisk, so what you got in the back? A Swampert? What do you guys think? Gals, what do you think? Anyways, we're going to go ahead and keep spamming here, and I think I actually retreat. Maybe. No, I'm gonna let it go. Kinda. Okay, going straight Earthquake. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and bring a Venusaur. That's what it was. Yeah, definitely does not want to see a Ferrothorn. Kind of, we don't want to see that either. Technically, with the Ferrothorn, it's not really a particularly great matchup. So we're gonna go ahead and catch with the Swampert here. This is just what we had to do. It's for the greater good. Sorry, Shadow Swampert. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and bring in the Toxicroak. And that's a wrap, folks. If you did enjoy this video, blah, 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 give it a thumbs up. And we'll be catching you all next time. And, well, Swampert's just disgusting. So is Ferrothorn. Pretty damn good. And Toxicroak. Thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
It's out of my head.